Valerie Johnny.
Hello, my name is Farah Nur Iman binti Mantaib.
Hello, my name is Edwin Awiloiman.
So, Nestle Malaysia Berhad is a Malaysian-based company that is producing products related to health, nutrition, and wellness products. So, it is a public limited company by shares, which is also an investment holding company for them, that is incorporated and domiciled in Malaysia. So, it is also listed on Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad. It has three subsidiaries, which is Nestle Products Sendirian Berhad, Nestle Manufacturing Sendirian Berhad, and also Nestle Asian Malaysia Sendirian Berhad. Nestle Products Sendirian Berhad is mainly focused on the marketing and sales of their products such as powdered milk and drinks, instant noodles, liquid milk and juices, and etc. While Nestle Manufacturing Malaysia Sendirian Berhad is mainly focused on the manufacturing and sales of the products. Nestle Asian Malaysia Sendirian Berhad is mainly focused on the manufacturing and sale of one specific product, which is the chocolate confectionery products. So Nestle originally started with the foundation of the Anglo-Swiss Condensed Milk Company, which is a Swiss company in 1866. And it was established by two United States American brothers, Charles and George Page. They then started supplying their product across Europe's industrial towns under Milkmaid brand, where it is marketed as a safe and long-life alternative to fresh milk. So later, in 1867, Henry Nestle, Nestle's founder, who is a German-born pharmacist, launched Farine Lactée, which translates to flour with milk, for the consumption of infants who cannot be breastfeeded to overcome high mortality rates. So this creates a fierce competition between both companies, producing each other's original products, which is the condensed milk and the infant cereal. With both of them competing against each other, they eventually expanded abroad. However, when George Page died in 1902, the Anglo-Swiss company eventually merged with Nestle. In 1912, Nestle then started in Malaysia as the Anglo-Swiss Condensed Milk Company in Penang, and due to the growth and expansion of the company, they made a move to Kuala Lumpur in 1939. As of today, Nestle Malaysia is an essential brand that every Malaysian has in the list of household items such as Maggi, Nescafe, Milo, and KitKat. With over 6 factories, more than 5,000 employees, and over 500 halal certified products, there is no doubt that every Malaysian has a special place for Nestle Malaysia that has captured their hearts for over a century.
Next is the management approach. Under this topic, we will be discussing about 3 subtopics, which are the factor to consider when having a segment reporting, the type of segment, and the CODM and their responsibilities. One of the factors is the nature of the business activities. The second factor is the existence of managers responsible for the activities. They are also required to maintain regular contacts with the CODM in discussing the operating activities, financial results, and plans for the segment. Lastly is the information presented to the Board of Directors. The Board of Directors of Nestle Malaysia Berhad has an unrestricted access to the information regarding the group's business activities. As for Nestle Malaysia Berhad, they have 2 types of reportable operating segments, such as based on their products, which are categorized under the food and beverage segment. Next is the geographical segment, which is grouped under others as it is categorized as a regionally and globally managed business. A CODM is identified as a function and it can be anyone. As for Nestle Malaysia Berhad, the CODM of the company is the group of executive board. They are responsible to make decisions regarding the allocation of resources to the segment and to evaluate its performance, and for which discrete financial information is available. Next, I will be discussing about the process to identify the reportable segment and the non-reportable segment using the 10% threshold test and the 75% threshold test. I will also discuss the segment report for Nestle Malaysia Berhad. For us to do the 10% threshold test, we have to reproduce the report segment because the company has already used business products and also geographical areas as their reportable segment. Therefore, we have decided to choose the company's business activities for our segment report. Nestle Malaysia Berhad has 5 types of business activities, which are manufacturing activities, agriculture activities, investment activities, marketing and advertising activities, and transportation activities. However, not all of these segments are required to be reported. In order for us to identify which segments are to be reported, firstly, we have to identify the operating segments. After identifying the operating segments, we have to test these segments using the quantitative 10% threshold test, which are based on the revenue, results or profits, and assets. As for our reportable segments, we have chosen revenue as the basis of our quantitative 10% threshold test. As you can see, the table shows the calculation for the company's reportable and non-reportable segment. For each segment, we use the total of the external revenue and the intersegment sales. Then we will divide it with the total external revenue of the operating segments. If the results is more than 10%, it can be categorized as a reportable segment. However, if it does not meet 10%, it will be identified as a non-reportable segment. In this case, only the manufacturing activities, agriculture activities, investment activities, and marketing and advertising activities are qualified as reportable segments, as they have exceeded the 10% threshold test. The transportation activities has only 8.575% of the combined revenue of the segment. It is not qualified as a reportable segment as it does not exceed the 10% threshold test. After identifying the reportable segments, the company should make sure that the total external revenue attributable to these reportable segments is at least 75% of the company's total external revenue. First, we will calculate the external revenue of the reportable segments, which are from the manufacturing activities, agriculture activities, investment activities, and the marketing and advertising activities. From there, we will get an external revenue will be divided by the total external revenue, which is 4,138,557 ringgit. It will be equal to 91.9%. The amount is more than 75%. The segments chosen will remain as the reportable segments. Therefore, additional reportable segments will not be needed. Finally, I will be presenting about the segmental report of Nestle Malaysia Berhad. The total revenue of reportable segments and non-reportable segments is 5,518,76 ringgit. Then, under results, we will get an amount of 875,725,000 ringgit for the profit before tax. And we will minus the taxation of 202,812,000 ringgit in order to get the profit after tax of 672,913,000 ringgit. That's all from.
For the conclusion, segment report is very important for a company as it has a few advantages and disadvantages. For advantages, first is accurate assessment. It will help investors and creditors to see the full picture of the company. They can see each of the segment, profitability, risk, growth, and monitor the performance of the company. Investors also will be able to determine which segment contribute to the rise in earnings of the company. Second advantages is separating profitability segment. The organization can determine which segment need additional investment in order to increase efficiency or meet operational requirement. They can avoid the company from giving too much attention only in a certain segment. Meanwhile, for the disadvantages was data manipulate, where it has the potential to reveal detail about a company operation to a competitors. This is because the study will make the visibility of the individual segment available to the general public. Since the competitors can concentrate more on the segment that are not doing well, the business will lose the competitive advantages.
Financial report is based on the audited financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2019. It has been prepared with the applicable disclosure provisions of the listing requirements of Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad, Malaysian Financial Reporting Standards 134, Interim Financial Reporting, and the International Financial Reporting Standards. It does not include all of the information required for the full annual financial statements and should be read in conjunction with the consolidated financial statement of the group for the year ended 31st December 2018. There was no qualifications made on the preceding audited financial statements, and the group's operations are affected by the economic cycles and festive seasons.
I will present about the accounting policy of interim report. First accounting policy of interim report was same accounting policy. The same accounting policy should be applied for interim reporting as applied in the entity annual financial statement, except for accounting policy change is made by the date of the most recently annual financial statement that are be reflected in the next annual financial statement. It was used to estimate. In comparison of annual financial reporting, the preparation of temporary financial report usually necessitates is greater use of calculation method. The calculation method used in the interim financial reporting must be designed to ensure the resulting information is accurate and that any material information that is important is reported.
For the types of interim report, Nestle Malaysia Berhad prepares its interim report based on a quarterly basis.
Based on the report, we can conclude that the report used is in the fourth quarter of the financial year ending 31st December 2019. So, now I will be telling you all about the current year financial interim report. The current year of the financial statement is stated in the table shown. For the statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income for the fourth quarter, the period is for 3 months starting from the 1st of October 2019 to 31st of December 2019. There will be no cumulative period for statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income, as it is completed 12-month cycle, which is the normal accounting period for the company for the year ending 31st December 2019. Thus, it will be concluded as the statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income for the year ended 31st December 2019, which is for 12 months, starting from the 1st of January 2019 until 31st of December 2019. As for the statement of financial position, statement of changes in equity, and statement of cash flow, will have the same interim reporting period, which is for 12 months starting from the 1st of January to 31st of December 2019. As for the comparative year will be the financial year ending 31st December 2018. For the fourth quarter of the statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income, the comparative interim period will be for 3 months starting from the 1st of October 2018 to 31st of December 2018. And the statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income for the year ended 31st December 2019 will be for a period of 12 months starting from 1st of January 2018 to 31st December of 2018. As for the statement of financial position, statement of changes in equity, and statement of cash flow will have the same comparative interim reporting period, which is for 12 months starting from the 1st of January 2018 to 31st of December 2018.
Here, the adjustment that we have made for the company. First adjustment was during the first half of the year, the company acquired inventory for a total cost of 1.5 million, which have yet to be reported. At 31st December 2018 and 30 December 2019, the net reasonable value was 1.3 million and 1.6 million respectively. Second adjustment was in May 2018, the company announced that the major maintenance of the plant and equipment will be taken place in June 2019 at the cost of 700,000. And this was the financial statement before the adjustment. And here was the financial statement after the adjustment. It shows that the inventory have been in 2018 was increased by RM 1.3 million, and it's because of the inventory will be stated at the lower cost and net receivable, which is net receivable was the lower one. Meanwhile, in 2019, the net receivable will be added into the losses in 2018, which be increasing the inventory by 1.5 million.